friendship.
Whether you want to or not.
Yeah. I think he is just Santa Claus, but instead of giving gifts, he takes bad children away by putting them in his Noid bag. So I'm Krampus? I am literally Krampus?
Krampus, right there, yeah.
Balgruuf is the anti-Santa. He keeps bad children around who snark at you. I think she, in that song, means gain the friend's approval. I think you misunderstand what we do when we dissect song lyrics. And hell, it's free sex. Somebody just pushed me in the game. Ireleth just pushed me. Wait. I talked to the man to do the quest, right? And the option that I have is, you caught me, I'll pay off my bounty.
Right, yeah.
I'm talking to him for a quest, and his predominant thing was to ask me about my crimes.
That matters.
And wait, it just ended. I didn't pick anything, and it just stopped. Balgruuf makes people lick his boots in front of his children. His children are traumatized. No, see, I think that his kid has like a fetish for it now. Because he just casually treats it like it's a normal thing. A guy named Quentin ain't having your bounty. Listen, a guy named Quentin has already taken some of my money before. And by that, it was for some very good movies.
I had a feeling that was going there.
He deserved all that money.
He did.
r/Balgruuf's boots. Oh man, can we make that? Can somebody like make r/Balgruuf's boots and then put like just pictures of Balgruuf's boots in like different locations? And if you think that's really weird, there is a classification of blogs on the Steven Universe fandom on Tumblr called, you know, relatable pictures of, and there's one and it's like relatable pictures of Pearl's left sock. So your bounty supersedes everything else, and dialogue does close if you don't do everything for a bit. Yeah, but he didn't even take my money or throw me in jail. He just understood. That was just such a weird, surreal situation, you know? The water didn't load in for a second either, by the way, so that was nice. I just got to see the gaping void that is the reality beyond the Matrix. Isn't it weird how Balgruuf's kids look nothing like him? Like, is he that ugly that no one wants to get with him, so he has to adopt children? That's the only way you can have kids in Skyrim?
Yeah, you adopt them constantly. Nobody knows where they come from. They just kind of sprout up.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like, they actually just grow in the cabbage patches. Like, when you're farming, that's actually what you're doing, is you're just raising kids.
Like,
all
you
the
can't even
kids
get a
look
kid
exactly the same. Ethnicity be damned. You know, Braith, the girl here in town who tries to pick a fight, she's supposed to be a Redguard black, basically. That's true.
But there's no other races, though. Kids.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing.
Like
the kids... The kids don't... Oh, man, I would love a Khajiit kid.
Yeah!
Just adopt, like, a tiny cat. Although it's technically a very large cat. So all of these Stormcloaks are, like, rushing by me, but I'm just hitting them, so they're just dying. I love how, like, actually ridiculous this mission is. Because it's supposed to be, like, a really big deal, like this big civil war, right? And I'm on the front lines, nowhere near the barricade, just cutting men down. I'm barely even losing HP. It's probably why there's no black kids. Only black kids in Hammerfell. That's, like, you know, possibly true. You can only adopt in Skyrim, so that's why there are no black kids. All the black kids are just in Hammerfell. It's a terrible reason, but it, like, makes sense. But, like, why can't, like, the Khajiit have kids? Maybe there's just something, like, maybe it's too cold. Maybe it's so cold everyone's testicles are just pulled up in their body so much that, like, they kill all the sperm.
It's really cold.
Yeah. There's a mod where you could adopt a kid Khajiit. He's so cute. Oh, I might need to get that mod.
Yeah.
Also, like, I think like a kid Argonian would be great too, because imagine when they get to their first shedding. They're just like, Mom,
what's going on? You have to
everything's
explain to
coming
them.
off. That's like the equivalent of like menstruating for them, except it happens way, way earlier in their life. How'd they even break down that barrier? I think like this barrier only broke down just because the game eventually like makes it have to. Both of her parents are Red Guards. Amaran. Yeah, I remember that. It's really weird. Giant letdown. Yeah, no, like the Civil War quest is a giant letdown, mostly because you are literally killing dragons, so who cares? Like, I feel like the Civil War thing is just there to pad it out, compared to the fact that you are literally killing dragons.
Or trains.
Yeah, but I mean, like, normally. In my world, things are a bit topsy-turvy. Oh, dang, they just got hit in the freaking skull. That guy just domed that person. Fun fact, Khajiit's appearance depend on what type of moon is up when they are born. What?
That's interesting.
That's really strange, though, because, like, why wouldn't evolution be a thing? Train Slayer, yeah. Report to General Tullius. Man, we fended that off, like, disgustingly easy. Like, I just kind of stood outside and hit everything. There are, like, regular Khajiits that you see in-game. There are Khajiits who look like humans, but with cat ears and a tail. I don't like that. Please don't make that true. I know that there are tiger Khajiit. Can there be, like, Khajiit that, like, if... Okay, so, like, are there dwarf Khajiit? Please tell me there are dwarf Khajiit. Because, like, imagine that. You just see, like, a 4-foot-tall Khajiit walking through the streets. You'd be like, oh my god, it's so cute. And then you just want to, like, rub its head. The Khajiit moon thing was a retcon for how Khajiit looked pretty human, but with tails in the early games, like Klingons and Toss. Okay, okay. It's only 4, I think. Yeah. Hell, there's a mod that makes the Civil War mean something.
The mods for Bethesda games.
They make the game, really.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of that. There's a huge, like, thing of lint on my floor and cat hair, so I just threw it in the trash. Those household Khajiits were used as spies. Oh. Dang. I mean, imagine if cats could be spies. You do anything in front of a cat, you don't care. Plays out really generically. Both quest lines, Legion and Stormcloaks, are almost identical mirror images. Yep. By defeating Ulfric at Whiterun, I mean, I just kind of hit some people until there was nobody left. Promoting me to Questor. I mean, I'm already doing a lot of that.
Smash Bros. Level 34.
There's a lot of that.
Still looking random.
mostly Samus, to be honest.
Yep.
And Palutena. Some
yeah, the
Peach.
occasional Link. Yeah.
Occasional Link. I mean, there's a lot of Links.
They're all Links.
That's why I'm not hopeful that Fallout 4 will actually be good. I mean, anyone who's played a Bethesda game since Fallout 3 can kind of go, yeah, they'll be that.
It's the same. Yeah.
If you played one, you've played them all.
Pretty much.
You just kind of hope for the best.
I hope they added enough features to make it more of the same, but better.
That's my opinion, because, like, with the crafting system, I might actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because my gun breaking and then just sucking and then having to use a gun that I found in the wastes that's almost about
really
to break,
hate that.
It's like, come on. And they're like, well, why don't you just have more repair kits? Because they're expensive as butts.
For the most part, my guns don't break very often, but they're never at a good enough quality. Like, they're always, like, almost broken, so where I have to constantly reload over and over because they don't work, and the damage reduction and everything like that. It's just
doesn't matter who wins the Civil War. The Thalmor planned it all out just so they have less casualties in battle when the victor comes. Goddamn Thalmor. Tullius is so enthusiastic. Yeah, for the Emperor and all that. Yeah. Wouldn't you just be kind of like, too, though? Like, I mean, you're used to it at this point. Alright. Time to start putting stuff into magic, I guess. Conjuration. Novice conjuration spells for half magicka. Can I use it now? I can't use it yet. Suck it, nerds. You gotta wait a little while. Soon. Maybe. Let's do a different quest line right now, because I don't really care. Let's go do the diplomatic one so that way I can kill some filthy Falmor. That's why they banned Talos worshipping, so they can piss off some Nords. I really like that that's their reason, is basically just, we want to get this one group of people really mad, so just ban this. Actually, that's kind of just what the United States does.
Anime foot lovers.
Ooh, that's very specific. Probably best for the Empire to stay unified. Next best is for the Stormcloaks to win cleanly. Worst case is for the war to rage on. I think the reason that they want to ban Talos is something about Talos is holding the universe together, and the Falmor want to destroy existence. What? A group of elves are, like, bent on destroying the universe? That's a bit extreme. Like, for any group of people. Whenever I see that be the goal of, like, some villain, like, I'm gonna destroy the universe, I'm like, you are aware you live in the universe.
Yeah. Like, even Dr. Doom knows better than that. He's trying to stop it.
Like, Dr. Doom is a sensible enough villain that he helped clean up after 9/11.
Yeah!
Like, he sends death robots to New York all the time, but he never causes that much damage.
He's a great villain.
He's a weird villain in that, like, even at his worst, he never, like, kills too many people other than who he's trying to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is, like, the only good thing about him. The Imperials also worship Talos too, so some people weren't happy about that. Something about the Falmor want to end the pain/imperfection of existence. Well, okay, I can get behind that, maybe. They want to rule over Nirn first. You know, of course, that's just, like, standard. If I was going to, if I was going to take over the world, I would definitely start some sort of, like, end-of-the-world cult at the same time. Be pretty good. A lot more interesting to talk about than actually playing game. Yeah, but that's the problem with a lot of RPGs. Like, it's a lot more interesting to watch a video about Fallout than it is to play Fallout for 5 hours. The thing that everybody likes about Fallout, the absurd stuff that you can do. Like, NL recently streamed playing Fallout.
He did?
Yeah. You would have loved one thing that he did. He went up to a dude, and the guy just was like, "You looking at me funny?" And then he just shot him right in the face, and the guy's head just severed from his body.
Is there a bot of this?
I don't know. You might have to go and look for that.
Yeah, I want to watch this.
But basically his reason was, well, Fallout 4 is coming out, so I should probably get up to date with Fallout, right?
Yeah.
So he went to play New Vegas or something like that, and he just shot a man's face. And the guy's neck severed from his body. But yeah, basically the guy just went, "Are you looking at me funny?" And then that happened.
No, I don't care if you're hosting this person.
Watching people stream games rather than playing them, like Bloodborne. I can actually get behind that. I'm personally a huge fan of Bloodborne, so I don't understand where you're coming from, but I understand why people would.
Ah, there it is. Yep. Fallout.
Yeah, I
did play New Vegas. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody was telling him to play 3, and I remember on the podcast he was like, "Oh, all right, fine, I'll play 3."
I think people voted for.
Okay.
New Vegas, yeah. But that said, though, like, it's pretty early. It's like right when he gets out of the first area, he just shoots a dude in the face.
I'm gonna watch the whole thing tonight. So.
It's actually pretty worth it.
I was actually gonna go pretty soon because I can't stand these headphones in my ears much longer. These things hurt after a while.
I think I'm actually probably gonna start. Stop in like half an hour.
All right, that's good.
Because 1 o'clock, and I mean I've been streaming for 7 hours at that point.
Yeah.
Not counting the time I was streaming before that. So I've technically been streaming for over 12 hours probably. And I consider that a good marathon stream when I'm not going for like a 24-hour thing. Fallout 4 hype. Only way to get ready for Fallout 4 is to play all the games? No. I love 3. It was so fun. Can't wait till 4? No.
He's not a Fallout person. Okay, like them.
Yeah, like, well, that was the thing. If there was just some changes to them, I would like them a lot more.
I mean, any changes that you do want probably do exist with mods, though.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like, I didn't have the access to those when the game was out and everyone was talking about it. So, did you hear about the mod support going to, like, PlayStation 4?
Yeah, I know. They're gonna have mods on
that.
No, it wasn't that though. I think it was only on Xbox.
Either way.
Either way, yeah. That sounds really cool.
There's gonna have to be like a checklist of what works and what doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for the checklist to include podcast. No, you can't sleep with children.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Doesn't surprise me too much.
On Steam too. They had to take it off of Steam and put it on Nexus. Okay, so I have to give this guy all the stuff that I need to take with me, so just everything in my inventory. Just give him everything.
I mean, he doesn't like Skyrim very much either, so...
Yeah.
You're missing the point. He's just kind of playing it.
You don't understand. I like Skyrim when I've modded it in the way that I have and have somebody to talk to. Otherwise, it's me wandering around a desolate wasteland filled with people I don't care about, voiced by the same person. And you know that to be true.
Alright, I don't compare Fallout 2 and 1 because they're separate games.
So much of a difference.
They're way too different to even compare. The only similarities is the environment and stuff.
Yeah.
And story and whatnot. But I do agree they're good games. Maybe they're better, but still, I wouldn't compare them at all.
I'm naked now.
Classic.
But yeah, no, like, I would probably like the first ones more because it's like a smaller world and it's all top-down isometric, kind of retro-y at this point, so that's kind of great, right? But, I don't know, like I just don't like open worlds that aren't really great. That's the thing, like, it might sound really biased, but it's like, Skyrim, everybody fawned about how pretty it was, and then I went into it and I'm like, this is a rocky, snowy wasteland that sucks in 95% of it, and everyone is voiced by the same person. And like, I get that there's like a certain suspension of disbelief that you have to have, right? But, ugh. Also, that said, Dragon Age Inquisition seems like a much better game overall. Dragon Age Inquisition actually has like an open world that looks nice, but the problem with its open world is that it has like too much open world where you like, you get to that point where it gives you a map, and then the map is just a crudely drawn picture of a cave behind some trees, and it says, find that place. And then it doesn't tell you how to get there other than find that place, and this is the creek nearby. It looked beautiful. But, you know, it has so much, like, weird. And too many inconsequential quests. Like Skyrim, at least when you give a person back his sword, he's like, yes, thank you, blah, 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 here's an increase to this. But, like, you get some really weird inconsequential quests, like those go find this cave one. That said, there was one quest that I found, like, really interesting, because I discovered it rather than talked to the guy that gave you the quest, right? And, when you discover it, you, like, talk to the woman about this stuff, and then she's, like, basically talking to the people that are there, and it turns out she's like in a romantic relationship with one of them, and like one of the dialogue options that you can give to that person is like, anyone who can charm their way into the pants of blah blah blah, and I was like, oh, come on. But it's true. Dragon Age Inquisition is just as meh as Skyrim. Now I like it more than Skyrim because it's not as bland and boring, but you know, it's a lot more vibrant looking. It has a more colorful world, and I guess I'm more invested in the world of Dragon Age since I played Dragon Age Origins, I played Awakening, I played Witch Hunt, I know the story, I'm seeing the effects 3 games later of my previous games. I'm not just thrown into a civil war where basically I'm just a puppet that has to kill a few people. I mod my Skyrim to look amazing. Yeah, you can mod Skyrim to look amazing, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't look great inherently. Like, even with the HD texture mod, the HD texture mod makes the freckles on my back look great. The dirt looks terrible still. That said, in Inquisition, at some point, like, you get away from a point and the graphics just turn to poo. So. Ritz in the Hinterlands. Yeah, that's her. Metal armor actually looks like metal in Dragon Age Inquisition, rather than bendy rubber costumes. That's appropriate, yeah. I just followed that elf to see how long it would take him to tell me to screw off. He told me to screw off. Oh. But yeah, like, I guess the influence that Dragon Age has is like you have influenced that world, you are seeing the changes. Like, there are characters in my Inquisition world that just don't even exist in Rachel's Inquisition world because I played the previous games. Like, Morrigan showed up and Morrigan was like, this is my son, Karen, and I'm like, wait, your son? And then I was just like, does he have like a dragon soul in him? And she's like, oh yeah, you know, his father, the Grey Warden. I was like, that's my character from the first game. So it carried over that my guy had a kid with her, and I was like, that's I
nice.
love that. That's a good touch. Other characters are like, oh yeah, the Warden stopped talking to me and then disappeared, and I haven't seen him in like 10 years. I'm like, man, I'm a dick. And then I'm just like, yeah. And higher tier armor actually looks better rather than having way too much spikes and color details. Yeah, that's true. Like, my main warrior in Skyrim 6 was steel armor because all the higher level armor looks stupid. And steel armor looks like a rubber costume. I remember the first time I saw an orc in Oblivion, I was like, oh yeah, I can roleplay as Shrek now. I think that's like the best thing that's been said all night. I saw an orc and went, oh yeah, I can roleplay as Shrek.
I mean, there was the Shrek through for Dark Souls 1 that Nick was doing.
That was Dark Souls 2.
2, okay.
You can't go to a party at the Thalmor embassy dressed like that.
I went and talked to the woman, and she's just like, you can't go to the party at the Thalmor embassy dressed like that, and I'm naked.
Dressed like nothing?
I have to go and buy nice clothes to go to this. Are you...
Did you ever go get a kid?
No.
Isn't there a kid, like, right in that area?
Yeah. I'm not gonna just adopt a random kid. I'm gonna explore, check my choices, pick out the kid I like, and then mentally and emotionally torture them over the course of about 10 years until they decide they hate me.
And then run away.
Yeah.
Then they're old enough to make a life for themselves, so it's
yeah,
it's
but
fine.
like then they can use that, like, I was the Dragonborn's kid as a crutch. They can get anywhere in life with that.
What did you ever do for me, Dad? I existed.
I'm not dressed like that. I'm not dressed like anything. I think she gives you an outfit to wear. Check. Something like party clothes. Probably.
Yeah, party clothes, something like that. Fancy clothes, party clothes. I remember
Yep.
this.
Party boots, party clothes. Hold on, though. I want to buy a hat. I know this seems stupid, but this is actually important to me.
No, I understand.
When an orc looks like an Oblivion, they're terrible, by the way. So I think you'll like it.
Oh, let me clothes and raiment for the discerning customer.
Do you guys not have any, like, really nice hats? That is a chef's hat.
I mean, just go in there wearing a chef's hat.
I wonder if it would let you.
Wow,
Circlets.
that is absolutely Shrek. You're right.
Right? Hammerfell garb. Hat. That is... Nick, I found the ugliest hat. I'm gonna buy it. Let's see if they'll let me in with this abomination.
Finally.
That's... Nick, this is pretty much the perfect hat. It's just a leather skull cap. The Thalmor glitches out and repeatedly murdered me every time I would get near the embassy. No, that's what they do. Even if you're also a high elf, they also kill you.
Yeah, it's weird. That's
not really
great.
weird. I mean, they hate everything and they want existence to end, so...
That's a great hat. It's like you're ready to fly a plane.
Oh man!
Plane mod?
Can somebody make a plane mod?
Is there already a plane mod? Is the question.
Yeah, that somebody look up like Skyrim plane mod. I would love to just fly like a biplane. Have like one of these that has goggles on it. Just complete asynchronicity with time and history.
There's a dwarven airship. I remember that, but it's not really a plane. It's just an airship that floats up there that you can live on. It is pretty cool. But...
She's gonna let me go with the hat.
Nice.
Wait, the hat came off my head.
Oh, put it back on.
It disappeared, and then she pulled out her bow and looked at a wall, and then an enemy appeared on the screen. Hey, my hat's gone.
Right?
Maybe. Hey, she took my hat.
Hey, she took my hat.
No, seriously, I looked in my inventory. She stole my hat. Oh, I just heard the choo-choo.
Oh.
Oh.